What's up, guys? It's been a long freaking time. So, just gonna go through, do some cleaning like I used to do, and show you guys some cool stuff, pull some eggs, that kind of fun stuff. So, here we go. There's obviously no one here yet, so this will just be for people that show up late. Just gonna go through a bunch of different like females that I have that I need to clean. And actually, I am missing some stuff, so I will be right back. It's been so long since I've done this that I'm like super unprepared. But we'll go through some pairings today, collect some eggs, and then just show you kind of like what I'm breeding and stuff like that. Alright, so the first female that I'm going to show you guys is a Funky Jungle female bred to a Tang Het Radar. That she's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Now to see if she has any eggs. She actually hasn't laid yet this year, so the first clutch will be, or the clutch if I find one will be her first one. But don't see anything, so nothing in that one, nothing too exciting. So probably like what you just saw me do was kind of interesting that I haven't like showed you guys before, but some of these smaller tubs, it's easier to dump it into a container, and then that way you can find the eggs easier, and it helps to like fluff it up a little bit. This one's another Funky Jungle female bred to the same thing. So this one is slightly different, has more dark on it, but still kind of cool. These females are like 3-4 years old too, so they are a little bit older, but they still should produce. And then probably from these females, I'll start making other groups, honestly. Actually, I probably should see if like the chat is on. Live chat, all chats are visible. Close. All right, I think the chat's on. There we go. That way, if you have any questions, you can ask. Probably need to get the GoPro back so that you guys can have like another angle of what the hell's happening. This female isn't ovulating yet, but she's again another Funky Jungle. But she's a really nice one too. Whee! And since she, actually I should check if she's ovulating. Nope, no ovulations. might have 2 eggs in here. Yeah. She's pretty cool. Funky jungle again. And then you can probably see, there we go. See that ovulation in the middle there? So there might actually be eggs in here because of, she's at that like early stage of ovulation. And sometimes I just check underneath, like to see before I dump it. But nope. No eggs in that one yet. Well, so far it's been kind of uneventful for you guys. It's been a little while. Oh, and by the way, all these ones that are like yellow tags, those are all ovulating or been put with a male. There's another rack over here that is like fully blown. All these ones over here are ovulating. So definitely like in full swing right now. Because of down here in Florida, there really wasn't like a cooling off period. So with there not being really a cooling off period, they ovulated early. And there was some like weird ovulation stuff, like for some reason some of the females like double and triple ovulated, which was interesting. And those guys laid 2 eggs. So that's good. And then just for reference, there's the female. And then the male is this guy. This male is a clown male that's het free. Or a clown line male, I should say. It's not the actual clown male. Wish there was as much of a thing for leopard geckos, and oh, it went away. Wish I could see the chat. It just goes away like really, really quick. There's gotta be a way to like top chat, live chat, all messages visible. There we go. Now I can actually see them. It's hard to sell high value Leos in Sweden. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to sell high value Leos here. Like right now, whenever it's 4, 8. It's highly based on like the economy. So right now the economy over here isn't the greatest. So whenever that happens, it's definitely not great to sell leopard geckos. Whoop. I'll show you putting away eggs here in a couple minutes. I did pull some from there. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, 9. So I'm starting to get to the point now where like there's so many genetics involved because I've got my great grandparents into them. K6. That it's easier to label like what tub they're from. Just because like it's getting pretty crazy. Honestly. Another Funky Jungle girl. So all my Funky Jungle females are actually all separated. Basically because whenever I did have them together, they didn't seem to do as well. So they all got separated out. And here's another one. Again, these girls are like 2019, I think. Something like that. So they're a few years old. What is the deal with people in Diablo Blancos? Funky Jungle. Sorry I'm laughing about that, but like, so little story. I bought one of the original Diablo Blancos from Ron Tremper whenever he released them, and bred it for like a couple years, and that thing wasn't even het raptor because blizzards will have eye pigmentation as well, like especially Tremper blizzards. And after not producing a single like raptor out of that male, I swore that I would never have them again. And literally every single show that I go to, people ask me about them. Shoot, what was the live chat? Kind of boring, breedy because of recessive. Hello. Scales Artist wants to send you a message. Getting like other notifications at the same time. This one is actually a super old Funky Jungle female that she actually looks like super cool. She's actually from 2015, so she's pretty old. But she does have like these dark marks all over her, which is kind of cool. It's not like genetic. I think it's just old age that they get them. You have no donation up. I don't think so. Right now, like with my YouTube, I don't have the 4,000 hours watched. So I actually like can't be monetized right now. So one of the reasons why I'm doing this is to start getting that number up so that I can start monetizing again. It's really funny. I still have yet to make any money off of YouTube whatsoever, because I didn't monetize my channel until like after I stopped doing it, and then I monetized it, and like I was monetized for like, I don't know, a few months, and then my numbers dropped below 4,000 hours and I stopped being monetized. So now I gotta put those numbers back up so that I can be monetized, if that makes sense. So maybe I'll make a YouTube comeback. I've been talking about it for years and just haven't done it, which is kind of funny. So technically, I have never been paid a single cent from YouTube for doing anything. So every single like view that I've ever gotten, I've never gotten paid for, which is kind of funny. All right, this female is ovulating. She is Het Bell. She's very awesome. So what we're going to do is put her back in here and see if I can't grab a male out for her to breed with. I am going, well, do I want to go Bell or Het Bell? Let's go with Bell. I just need to find my Funky Jungle male. Here he is. Okay, so this is a Funky Jungle male. They don't look like much after, like, I mean, he's probably 5 years old. But he will throw like really, really cool babies, especially bred with her, because they're both going to be like super colorful. And then, going to take our sticky note. The light is from my window and it's like blown, or like coming right in. So makes everything like super cool to like show you guys, because then you actually get to see the color, but it is in my eyes kind of. All right, Funky Jungle for 8. So all I put on these little tags is what the male is and when I put them in. And then every time I put them in, I just mark like when he went back in. And that's it. And I put it back. All right. I love the jungles. Thank you. Jungles are pretty cool. Oh, I know. What are you guys doing crazy in there over there? So this guy, hopefully you guys can see him, is actually from a Black Knight Mandrian crossed back to itself, crossed to an Atomic Clown and a G Project Clown male. And then that is, so that's what she is. And then the male is actually a black, or my clown male crossed to a Black Knight female with a stripe. So this is to produce like more of the like darker lavender clowns, basically, is what the whole goal for that is. She has laid some eggs already, I think. I'll have to check here on the side of the tub. And she's got one ovulation that like looks like it's turning into an egg. So we should have some eggs soon from her. All right, these two are clown crossed to like my Clown G Project squared male, which is the one that I showed you earlier, and then crossed to Firebold, crossed to that male, crossed to my clown male. Yeah, so there's a lot of clown in it. And two eggs. I believe I am coming to the Repticon at Bradenton. Yes. That's in May, I believe, right? I might do Kissimmee next weekend. Actually, you know what I should do is just put it on up there, and then I can read your comments. Hold on 1 second. Or 8. And that is IJK 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. K12. I still gotta figure all this stuff out because like I haven't done this in so freaking long. So here's what we're gonna do is go to search, and I'm gonna find myself on here. Oh, there we are, we're live. I'm just gonna mute it so that I'm not like hearing an echo. And then that should, oh no, it doesn't have the, and then that should, okay, hold on, we gotta do this a different way. Source, apps, I'm gonna find it on the internet. And then I can read your comments at the same time that I'm filming. As long as it doesn't throw me into the app. YouTube. That'll be much easier for you guys. All right. Now, SAS. Probably should have done this a lot sooner, guys. Sorry. Oh, this might do it. This might do it. All right, now will it show me the chat? Oh, there we go. Now it shows me the chat. Okay, now I can actually read you guys' comments. I'll just have to keep looking up there every once in a while. How far do you usually go for shows? Like, I have worked with Electric Tangerines. That is one of the bases for the Clown Project stuff. How far do I usually travel for shows? It depends on how big the show is. Like up north, like I would travel usually like, I mean, the White Plains show, whenever I was living in Pennsylvania, was about 4 hours away. And then whenever I was living in Connecticut, everything was kind of like 2 hours away-ish to go to shows. I have traveled to the Tinley Park show whenever I lived in Pennsylvania. Never did it after I moved to Connecticut, though. But from Pennsylvania, it was about like 8 hours. Hello from Malaysia. So... you know, Daytona now for me is about 4 hours, so that's not too bad. Most of the, I don't do any shows in California. Right now in Florida, I'm probably just going to stick to Florida because like a lot of the shows are like less than 2 hours away. So that's like pretty cool. Eventually I might start doing Tinley again. But I haven't done Tinley in a while. But once I get up and moving again, like, probably Tinley will be another one that I do. Hopefully there's some eggs in this one, because I want to show you guys this female. All right, so this female is a Black Knight crossed to a Clown G Project cross male that is het free, crossed to an Atomic Clown, crossed, like that was the female, and then the male is my clown male, and then this female is being bred back to a Black Knight crossed to clown. So it's, yeah, there's a lot of clown in it, let's put it that way. I do not breed my own crickets or millworms. I do have, she's going to lay eggs in a couple days. You can see the egg right there and right there. So there will not be any eggs in here because I pull every week, and usually females will lay about every 2 weeks. But she is really cool because she's got like the lavender on the sides. So her cross to a Black Knight that has the striping pattern will actually be like super, super cool. And actually, I might have some of her babies over here that have already hatched. She is... Maybe they haven't hatched yet, actually. Actually, you guys just missed one hatching. Actually, this is her baby right here that actually just hatched. Literally as I was talking to you guys. So you saw how like that one had like the lavender to it. Let's see if I can flip the camera around here. Bloop. All right, so there is her baby. So pretty freaking cool. So you see how it definitely has like the darker sides to it. That's pretty awesome. So how much longer am I going to be streaming? I don't know, until it cuts me off, because I got a lot of work to do. So there, you guys got to see a baby from that cross right there, actually. Speaking of, I probably should just show you some babies, because that is a little bit more exciting. They're not cleaned, so there is going to be poop in here. So, but there's one. And there's the other one. This one is super cool. All right, now we're going to put these guys back and show you some more. What other ones are cool? I think these ones are pretty cool. Let me see. So these ones haven't even like started to do the color change yet, but you can see like how dark like the patterning is. So these ones are going to be super cool. All right, what else do we got? Actually, let's just flip it here. I'm gonna flip you guys over. Uh-oh. I gotta flip the device back. Oh, we're good. All right, so here is like the babies that have already hatched so far. So we'll just kind of peek into some of these. Here's some really cool ones. As you can see, there's poop in here because I haven't cleaned them yet. But this is kind of the setups for each one. So these are an original clown female crossed to an apter to make sure that they are het-free, or that the female is het-free. Black Knight clown. This one is just a banded, so I didn't hit the odds on the good stuff for that one. Here is an Eclipse that is from the G Project stuff and its sibling. So pretty cool. I think I just showed you these guys. Yeah, I just showed you these two. And then we've got these two. These two were actually born on the same day as those other ones, but they're like much bigger. So they're pretty huge. And these ones I haven't even set up totally yet because they just hatched the other day. So these are like Black Knight clowns. You can see how much darker they are. And then hopefully that yellow will turn into orange, which would be freaking awesome. Then these guys, these are Het Raptor. So really cool, like reverse stripe eclipse. These guys are super cool too. So these are pure Firebolds. So see how like the pure Firebolds, they're almost like a yellowish color compared to what I'll show you next. Oh, where are you on? So they have more of a yellow stripe to them whenever they're born. And then the Joker stuff has more of an orange stripe. Which, here, wait, let me put them side by side so you can see. All right. So Firebolt, Joker. So you can see like the difference in coloration, even with like not crazy lighting. Firebolt, Joker. So even out of the egg, before they start developing, they're still like much more orange than the other ones. All right, buddy, go back in. What do we have in here? These are also Black Knight Jokers. So they look at how orange that one is already, plus like the crazy pattern to it. So those two are going to be pretty awesome. Here's some other awesome ones where they have like the dorsal stripe and more jungle. And then all these guys just hatched. These are also a Black Knight cross. And you can see like how the black is overtaking the back. So that's pretty much like what I was trying for with crossing Black Knight into the Joker stuff. And then the most normalish one I have. Pretty crazy, right? All right, now let's get back to cleaning. Sorry, guys. This is really like old school where it's like one take and that's it. I'm gonna plug this stuff back in just in case. All right. Now that you guys got to see some babies, we're gonna go through and do some other stuff. Now I gotta like actually read all these. Hi from the Philippines. Have you ever heard of a... Yeah, I've heard of Panda, Yeti stuff, and Lava Lines. They're cool. How much longer are you going to be streaming? I think I already touched on that. Cute. Show babies. All right, I already did. How long to typically incubate for? I've read average is 35 to 90 days. Do you find that's pretty accurate? All right, so the babies that have just hatched, I pulled those on basically around like 227, and they're just hatching right now. So however long that is, that's probably like closer to like 40 days. And right now my room is probably about 84 degrees, and the incubator is actually right there. So kind of funny. So like these are all eggs up here. So maybe I'll just show you some of these. So like all these containers are filled with eggs. Whee! So the black ones, the ones that we were just going through, that's why they're setting out, because those ones were, they're going to be hatching soonest. And then what color did I go with next? I think it was black, blue, red, pink or purple, something like that. So it all depends on, like, these ones are the purple ones. So I think these were after black, actually. So they're starting to, like, really, really plump up. And you can see, like, how plump and stuff they are. And then I'm pretty sure it was blue, and then we transitioned to red. And then I think from red we went to green, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. But each one of these containers holds roughly 36 eggs, depending on how I put them in here. And right now, these 7 are filled, and the 2 black ones over there, so that's 9 containers of eggs. And then I'm working on 10 and 11 right now, which are about halfway full. This one is going to be for males, and then this one's for females. Because I'm starting to get to the point now where I need to start making some males. All the first stuff was female, and actually 84 degrees, like, it's possible that it could still, because it fluctuates like 84, 85, so it's still possible to get a male out of there, but highly unlikely. All right, so no more questions right now, so we're good. Let's pull some more eggs. I just did that one. These 2 animals are freaking awesome. So these are a tangerine line that I'm working on, and they are freaking cool. She lost her tail whenever she was a baby because she was with her sibling, which is this one, which, like, he's been breeding, so, like, he's not as colorful right now. But these 2 produce crazy babies, and one of their babies is almost ready to breed, and we'll be breeding back to the dad probably. But this thing is nuts. Like, you can actually see that green ring around her head. She's got almost 100% carrot tail. She's super cool. She's pretty awesome. Yep, there we go. I have brought her to a few shows. And so people that have seen me at shows recently have seen her. She's pretty awesome. She should start ovulating here probably in the next couple of weeks, I would think. Yeah, the tail's pretty crazy. Definitely in no rush to... I mean, I had her for sale, but I didn't really want to sell her. So I'm fine that she's still here. Honestly, maybe doing this live, if, like, it goes for like an hour and you guys are all watching it for that long, it'll get me closer to my 4,000 hours that I need. Actually, she should be laying soon. Some of these geckos really, like, kick out cocoa fiber. Did you have her at the Tampa show? Yes, I had her at the Tampa show, and she was in the top row in the middle. She was that really cool carrot-tailed animal. Oh. 2 more eggs. All right, so this female is actually pretty interesting as well. She throws some really cool babies, and we're gonna see what she throws this year because she's gonna get bred to a different male. But this is a bold gold lavender eclipse, which is pretty cool. She definitely has her socks, and then she has like this really kind of crazy pattern to her back. So this year she was actually bred to an animal that was like a raptor bred to a black knight. So it would be a black knightish animal that is het for raptor. So that will also test prove her to see if she is het for tremper as well, which will be kind of cool. So 11, 4, 8. The wait list is for jokers. So like jokers are clowns or clown project animals. I just renamed it because of they're basically a more advanced version of the clowns that I had. So a lot of the Joker project stuff, and actually the wait list is for like any animal you want, honestly. So there's a lot of different stuff that I'm working on this year. So there's like bells, rainwaters, trempers, a bunch of different stuff, black project stuff. There's clown / Joker stuff. There's a bunch of different varieties. The wait list is literally for like anything you want of the first batch of animals. So all those babies that I just showed you, those are all going to be in the first batch of animals that are going to be for sale. They should be for sale in like probably like 4-ish weeks once they get a little bit more size to them, and I can tell like what coloration they're going to be. Usually I like to sell them between like 15-20 grams, or at least put them up for sale for the first time around 15-20 grams. That way I can sex them and see what they're really going to look like and stuff like that. Do I want these to go to male is the question. I think so. All right, so these eggs to that weird looking female are going to go from male. IJK 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Okay, so K15. Got this female. Got any other questions? Yeah, she is really pretty in person. Yeah, she's awesome in person. That really orange animal. Honestly, video and picture doesn't do her any justice at all. Like, just the different colorations that she has and stuff like that is pretty incredible. Because it's not just orange, there is like green highlights in there. Which, for her to be like full grown and still have green highlights, that's pretty awesome. All right. So this one is another one that doesn't look like very crazy at all. But she's a Black Knight cross, and then she's going to be bred to another Black Knight cross to make like Tremper Black Knights, basically. But she is about to lay another batch. Thanks for the live action. No problem at all. once we get over to the next rack over, there's going to be some cooler stuff. Actually, some of these girls right here aren't even like ovulating. They're down towards the bottom of the rack. Some of the bottom rack some of the bottom rack is older animals that I might not breed this year. So that's why they're like towards the bottom. And honestly, I don't want them ovulating. Right. Any new comments? Yeah, some of the ones that are like not ovulating, obviously, just have to clean them out. Don't have to look for eggs or worry about anything else. So there's definitely some ones that I'm just kind of like flying through just to get. What does your shirt say? It's from Nerd. So my best friends are cold-blooded. It's like their shirt that a lot of the employees wear up there, or most of their employees wear. Because I did work up there for a little bit. So I've got a couple shirts. Okay, now getting into some other stuff. You know what would almost be kind of cool is if I had two like cameras, one pointed down and one pointed at me, so there was two angles. That might be an interesting experiment. Oh, there's an egg. Very cool. Okay. So this is a very cool orange tangerine female. That's part of my pet project stuff. And she was used for a secret project this year. So we won't talk about that. But I did get a good egg from her. So put that egg for male. That's IJKL L1. All right. How are you using a shop vac? I know, probably a stupid question. No, it's actually not a stupid question. So what you're not seeing is that the geckos are actually in their lay box, and then their food dish goes on top so that they can't get out. Then you have a tub that's perfectly empty. So sometimes I dump off the excess if there's a lot, and then the tub is cleaned out. Like, there's a little bit of debris like there. So, you know, but I don't like to like perfectly sanitize out everything every single time, because I think that's actually more stressful for the animal. I do like do a full clean like a couple times a year, but it's not all the time, because it would literally take away all their smell and everything, and like it would basically like cause them to like re-scent their environment. Here's 2 more eggs. There's one there and one on the side. So that means that there's no eggs in the lay box, because I check every single week. So nothing in there to speak of. Which she just laid on 327, or I collected on 327, so that's pretty common. Like, it's almost time for her to lay another clutch, but not yet. And then this one I collected in the last week, so she will not have any eggs either. And this is a Funky Jungle crossed to clown, crossed back to a Funky Jungle male. And so this girl is het for Belle, with a cool red stripe down her back. And then she was bred to a Belle male this year. So she will throw babies that are Belle and het for Belle. Which actually I really like doing that, like breeding a visual to a het, because then all the babies are going to be either visual or 100% het. What's the difference between Funky Jungle and regular jungle? I can't find much info on the Funky Jungles. Funky Jungle is a line of bells that a guy named Michael Eklund kind of founded. And it's basically just like a really, really whacked out jungle. And, you know, the name just kind of stuck. And to me, it's just like a way of signifying like what line of bell it is, if that makes sense. These guys are really cool. Look at this. This is the girl. So this is a blood joker. So the blood jokers, whoops, jumping, have more of a darker orange to them, just because of like what the outcross was, and this is the male. So the male is like really crazy. And actually this is my backup male. This isn't even like the best one. So there's the male and the female. And it's kind of cool because they do have those dots on the side, and it's almost like a green on their sides. So this pair probably has laid eggs in here. Yeah, there's eggs in here. So now we're gonna dig them up. There's one. And dump it because there's a lot of cocoa fiber in some of these. So to like actually like scoop them out, like I end up spilling some of the cocoa fiber because like look how much cocoa fiber is in there. So you just pour it back in. And you're probably like, where are the geckos? But the geckos are back in their tub already. You guys just don't see that because it's all done down here. So those guys are super cool. So that is the actual first good eggs out of that female this year. So I'm pretty happy about that. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is L4. And B 1, 5, 1, 3. 133. All right. Yeah, the colors on those two are very cool. And then this female is one of my favorite females. She's starting to lose a little bit of color, but she is my crazy and I'll show you something on her back after I get done doing this. So she is she is the originator of the line that I'm calling the AF clown line. And it basically is, AF stands for Andy Fox, who I got this off of. He got the parents off of me, bred it, and this really crazy whacked out female hatched out that just had like a lot of like greens and like really dark orange to her, which you can see. And she's like 2 years old now. And then she's got this like weird spot right here on her that doesn't affect her whatsoever, but it's like super weird. You know, there's no, you know, the skin is normal. It's just like almost like a paradox spot. But she is the mother of this whole line of animals that I'll actually show you some babies that were born last year that are absolutely crazy. So she is the one that I was joking with somebody about it, that like she was kind of like really like almost like ugly in a way, but like still very, very cool. And the guy said that she reminded him of like that fruit jello shit that you like have at like Christmas, where there's like fruit in jello and there's just all these random colors. That's what he said that it reminded him of. So let me show you some of her babies that actually have been breeding. So like they're like super whacked out like pattern, but like it's bold and then there's more orange on them. That's one. This is another one. So they're like super, super crazy. This male right here is one of the males from her. So like he doesn't have as super whacked out, but breeding him back to these guys, I think we're gonna get some really whacked out pattern, like bold, like whacked out pattern. And there's this girl that's super cool. Like, this one's one of my favorite girls from her. So that red is like dark brick red that's actually like darker than Carrot Tail. And then like the pattern stayed. So like these light colors, like actually under regular like lighting, if we weren't on YouTube, it's almost like a greenish hue to it. And the greenish hue has stayed into adulthood. And like these guys are breeding. So actually here's the better male from this group. So this guy right here, you can kind of see it still. Like they definitely, actually that was a girl. This one's the male. So he has more like whacked out pattern to him. And then this is a female too, which is pretty cool. So all the babies from her turned out really whacked out. So she is a pretty important female for that. All right, now might actually have some eggs from this too, which is going to be kind of cool. So this is a pure atomic female bred to a albie male. So hopefully we get some eggs. Here's the albie male. Woo! Good catch. And then the atomic females in here. These guys are pretty rambunctious. So they're just going to stay down there. I don't want to freak them out even more. And egg. So there's probably a second egg in here somewhere. So we're just going to dump. But it is possible that she only laid one. Yeah, because this is the first egg of the season. So she literally just laid one egg. Yeah, he was pretty quick jumping out of my hand. Now, put that egg away. That is L6. So fast I missed him. Yep, he was quick. This is another one of my prettiest females that I hatched last year. Her name is Harley, and she is amazing. She still has her lavender on her sides, super red stripe down her tail. She is definitely one of my favorites. And I'm probably going to throw the male back in with her. Because I want to get good eggs from her, for sure. No eggs this time, but the male is right here. So this is the actual original clown male. He's not crazy looking anymore, but he produces the best offspring ever. So he's actually going back in with Harley, All right. All right, so this female, you can see the eggs in there. So there won't be any eggs in the lay box. So we're just gonna fluff it a little bit. So she was a Atomic Clown female, and she's being bred to a Black Knight Clown cross. So she'll make some really cool babies. Alright, so some of the girls I'm going to be working on now are Black Knight girls. So this one's a cool one with a stripe. She was bred earlier, but didn't give me any eggs, and she's not ovulating now. Which sometimes that'll happen where like a female will ovulate and never really produce anything. So that's exactly what this girl did. So I still check her just to make sure that she's not ovulating again. Because sometimes they'll do that too, where they ovulate for like a little bit, stop ovulating, and then ovulate again. Which is probably weird to most people, but it can happen. Alright, this group right here is a Het Marble Eye female to a Het Marble Eye male. And then both of them are Tug Snow as well. But no eggs from them either. Here's another Black Knight female. That she was actually bred to a Funky Jungle male. I did get babies out of her already. And she just laid eggs not too long ago, so there's probably no eggs in here. But I will check. No. So just fluff the dirt. She is really black though. She's pretty awesome. She's a real dark one. So some of the Black Knights, instead of laying every 2 weeks, they lay every month. So that's probably what this girl's gonna do, because she laid around March 15th and then again on the 2nd of April. So she's probably just gonna be one of those ones that lays every like 3 weeks. instead. All right, going on like 70 minutes here. Do, 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 do. My girl laid exactly 4 weeks from pairing. That is slightly different, Jennifer. I'm talking about the gap in between clutches of eggs. Yeah, because whenever they breed, like they can lay anywhere from, yeah, like 2 weeks to a month. Space, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, so each female is different in like the gap that it takes them to lay eggs. Most of the time it's like 14-ish days in between clutches. But yes, like it can highly vary on from putting the male in to getting eggs, like how long that takes. If you put them in at the exact right time, it should only take about 2 weeks to get eggs from whenever they're bred. But again, that all depends on where they were in that state of follicular growth and how long it takes them to grow follicles. Woo. Nothing like being allergic to the things that you do. Dumping out mealworms definitely will make me sneeze. These guys, I don't think will have any eggs. Oop. Yeah, because she just laid like last week, so she won't have any in here. So technically, this male isn't a giant, but he is freaking huge. I didn't buy him as a giant, but I mean, he's a good size animal. So I might try to hold some of his offspring back and breed them together. I have to wear my mask when I clean up. It might bother me. It bothered the crap out of me. Yes, the allergy stuff can really suck. Luckily, I can clean without like that part bothering me. It's just whenever I feed off mealworms that usually bothers me. Yeah, he is pretty cool, right? He's a huge Tremper male. Why are you being so crazy? Okay. Not ovulating. probably just going to get to the end of this rack and then we'll call it for this this version of stuff. Just trying to see if got any eggs in here. Nope. Maybe I'll do another live later. Maybe we'll do Instagram on the next one. Didn't think that there was any in there. I'm gonna clean those. This female right here is pretty cool. It's a really nice tangerine eclipse. She's pretty awesome. Just waiting for her to ovulate too, because she hasn't ovulated. All right, and that's it for those two racks. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. It's been cool. I'm gonna try to do this more often so we can get my hours watched back up so that I can actually start monetizing again, because that'd probably be a good idea, honestly. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below or in the chat what you guys want to see more of, and I will try to do more of that. I'm gonna try to do some little shorts as well, and make it more fun. But thanks for answering my questions. I'll try to pop on later, see if you have a live. Have a good day. Yeah, if I do have a live, I will try to advertise it on Instagram before I go live. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later. Hope you guys have a great Easter and a great day.